Hey, good morning. Welcome to Resource Prepping. I'm your host, Greg. Thank you for liking and subscribing and spending some of your time here with me. I know your time is valuable, and I certainly do appreciate it. Please continue to leave your comments. Yesterday on the video, I showed you an ancient Crusader silver coin from 1100s to 1150. Today, I am showing you a copper coin. As you can see, that is a Roman dictator, I think is Gallienus from 243 AD. And it is a small copper coin. You can see how thin these are. They weren't overly generous. And these were all the way found from Ireland, England, all the way to my hand in present day. And you can see their god in the background there. And it always intrigues me how these copper coins got made in the image and everything else around that. And it makes you wonder what Roman soldier carried it, slave carried it, merchandise trader carried it. It was just a coin of the realm back in that time, and I think it's really fascinating and I appreciate it. The reason I'm talking about copper is because we are in for another huge surprise. Not only is silver in short supply, and by the way, it is now approaching $80 an ounce as predicted. It is $77 and change, closer to 80 than not. I look for that to rise to $80 an ounce as the silver shortage continues. We have a new surprise, copper, and I mentioned this yesterday. The copper rounds that I invested in, I will have some arriving today and all this week, are now sold out at all your bullion dealers. Copper bars, sold out. I wanted to buy a 10-ounce copper while it's still reasonable, not available. The reason why copper is not available and the prices are going to be setting all-time highs. And I'll tell you the reason why. There are a lot of copper mines in the world. One, the largest being here in the United States. The second largest is called Grasberg, and it is Indonesia, Freeport specifically. And it was closed due to a mudslide killing 8. Grasberg is the second largest mine in the world, which accounts for 35 to 40% of the world's copper. Now, there are some other copper mines, and I'll tell you those in a second. But the Grasberg, due to a mudslide killing 8 souls, was forced to cancel all the contracts, all the delivery contracts, force majeure. They were forced to cancel all the contracts, and it is Indonesia's 70%. They provide Indonesia 70% of the copper, and the rest of the world gets 35 to 40%. They were forced to cancel because they couldn't deliver copper. So now that takes off that percentage off the world market, creating a shortage. Now, other copper mines. Chile Peru shut down for 1 week in July due to a fireworks accident, killing several people. And the Peruvian mine, the third largest, is shut down due to civil unrest. Political unrest. So they're not mining copper down there in Peru to pick up the shortage from the Grasberg. So now the world is operating on just 3 days supply in the warehouse. 3 days, that's it. So when I'm trying to order, or you're trying to order 1-ounce rounds that have walking liberty or some other design that you prefer, it's not available for us. They're going to need it for manufacturing. And there's 3 days supply. And when that's gone, it's uh-oh. And scrappers, if you remember back in 2018, 2019, when copper hit record highs, thieves were stealing copper from every place imaginable. Going into abandoned houses, new construction houses, stealing that copper, going in wherever. Stripping wires, stripping telephone poles, everywhere to produce copper. That's a one-time, one-and-done deal. Reusing copper is a one-and-done. It's not putting more on the market. It's just replacing the little bit that's used. So that's creating a huge shortage. Now, if you don't see that coming and you want to know more about how I get my information, I check the LME, London Metals Exchange, and they are telling us the price of copper is going up, up, up. The amount is down, down, down. Also, I check Kitco News, and they tell you about copper, all the problems it had, what's going on, who's able to deliver, who isn't, and how that is affecting each and every country worldwide. Silver is an excellent, excellent electric conductor. Copper is also used in the same manufacturing of cars, computer systems, telephone lines, everything else. And if copper is shut down because of production, nothing's getting made. Nothing's being built. And we're in deep trouble. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention. If you want to do an investment, start trying to buy some copper rounds if you can find any from the bullion dealers. Either that or look online to see who's selling them. You have to diversify your holdings because the dollar is not going to hold up once all of this economic news hits the market. The spot market exchange, the paper trails, are saying everything's fine. It's not. To buy an ounce of silver will run you between $80 and $90 per ounce to hold it in your hand. Paper is saying 77, 78. You can't get that. You try to go into any coin shop and say, I'd like spot price of silver, and they'll laugh you right out. First off, most of them are sold out. Secondly, they're saying we're not selling to you for $77 when it cost me $85 or more to buy it from a bullion dealer. The actual price is $85. Copper was $2 and $3, $4 a round. It is now $6, $7, and $8, whatever you can get for it. And that's the price going up. So just think about that, especially in the days of Caesar, when that copper coin that I showed you with his likeness on it, was mined by slaves so he could have his image engraven forever. Something to think about. I have more news coming up in a different time. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Greg out.